The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Right to the air is Jackson. He gives it to Whalen, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Steelers very strong in that victory a week ago.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson, option right. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 27-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The Jackson going to hold on to it again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
11 yards there, first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line, because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they're going to to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught, but he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We changed it. Report.
Duvernay in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got it. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now 2nd and 5. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Thunderbirds go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off play action. Sanders. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Here comes third down and 7. Back to throw. Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Sanders throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for the touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half. The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now Jones going to change it up here.
Jones on 1st and 10.
They'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Throwing Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He finds his target, Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confident.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Thunderbirds take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Odafe Oweh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Now he's loose at the 40.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Now Jackson on first down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action with Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Yeah. At the 9-yard line. Go ahead. Hey, middle. Go ahead. Sit up.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And quickly, they get to the line.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Hey, report. Hey, middle. Yeah.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Thunderbirds have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Sanders now throwing again.
He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. To throw is Sanders on first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Sanders eluding the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Sanders going to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in San Antonio.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Look at the big fella go.
And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's It's another first down. In motion goes the tight end. Jackson now.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Sanders to throw on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Sanders to throw on third down.
And for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And they're going to speed things up here. Sanders now off the play fake.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. Again, 11 on the play. First down.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now he's into the clear again. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 140 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him. And
touchdown! Mark Andrews, 26 yards.
And the Thunderbirds add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will touchdown. And not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Throwing after the interception. Sanders. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Sanders. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here now a third down and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Inside the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw caught by Flowers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on third down. 51 yards.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it